At 23:28 or 11:28 p.m. last night, September 27th, dispatch advised that a 2004 gold Cadillac was taken from 1114 North 5th Street, that the vehicle was either possibly involved in a civil matter or it was stolen. The suspect, identified as Marjan Gadsden, was reportedly armed with a handgun. At 11:32, the reporting party advised that the Cadillac was behind 308 North 13th Street. Officers arrived at the house and were told that the suspect was in the basement by individuals exiting the dwelling. When all attempts to contact the suspect failed, 5 officers entered the house. The officers repeatedly announced their presence and identified themselves. Gadsden responded by firing multiple shots at them, striking one officer in the face. One officer returned fire as other officers went to the fallen officer's aid. They backed out of the residence, called for an ambulance, and summoned the special response team. After repeated attempts throughout the night to talk with the suspect by various means were unsuccessful, tear gas was deployed into the residence. The special response team entered the house and found Gadsden dead in the basement. Upon request of the Salina Police Department, the Kansas Bureau of Investigation has been contacted to conduct the investigation. The injured officer was initially treated at Salina Regional Health Center and then was transferred to Wichita. It's my understanding that he has now been transferred to Oklahoma City. We secured the residence at about 5:44 a.m. This morning.
Chief, he was taken to Oklahoma City. Is that because of the condition continuing to worsen, or he better treated there?
His injuries, because of his injuries.
Do you know a current condition on him?
I don't have a current condition. He's stable. Apparently, his injuries are grievous, but as of the present time, they're not life-threatening.
So once the 5 officers went into the house, you said that the suspect began firing at them. Did the officers then pull back? Is that what happened? They pulled out of the house at that point?
They were systematically moving from room to room and identifying themselves, announced and were identifying themselves when they come under fire.
Now, officers did return fire, though?
One officer returned fire.
Do you know if the suspect was killed by the officer's fire, or did he take his own life?
That's going to be part of the investigation. The scene, as you can imagine, was fairly hectic, and the house was filled with tear gas. So at the present time, we've asked the KBI to respond. We have secured the scene, and we're trying to air the scene because right afterwards it was not habitable. No one could really went in there.
So KBI will pretty much lead the investigation from this point?
KBI will conduct the investigation, yeah. Whenever we have an officer involved in a situation like this, typically we'll call an outside agency protocol.
How big of an area did you cordon off?
It was probably about a block in each direction where we actually stopped traffic and tried to evacuate some homes, and certainly told residents also to stay in their residences.
Are you guys releasing the officer's name right now?
Not at the present time. We want to make sure that everyone's notified, and that we will at the appropriate time.